Hi there people, how's it going? This is Cross the Rubicon channel. I'm speaking to you from Majima Beach in Queensland. I tried to make this video on the beach itself, but it was just too bright. Beautiful beach though, well worth a visit. Why am I making this video today? Well, many people are asking me on my YouTube channel, Lee, who have we got to vote for in New Zealand this year? Who is there? And it's a hard one because I don't know. I really don't know. All we've got to do in New Zealand, and it's a terrible situation, and we've had it many times before, is vote for the least worst option. And I can't even tell you what the least worst option is. But it really is. It's a terrible situation in New Zealand, and New Zealand, people are talking about New Zealand here in Australia too, and how bad it is over there. It's pretty bad over here. Well, when I say bad, it's getting worse. But New Zealand is much further down the road of absolute lunacy than what, well, for example, Queensland is, or the rest of Australia. The only person I'd love to see, personally, but this is my own personal opinion, I'd love to see run for Parliament is Julian Batchelor. Because, let's face it, there's only Julian Batchelor right now anywhere in New Zealand, apart from myself, but I'm not running in anything, and Terry O'Pines is just a YouTuber, one or two others, but Julian Batchelor is actually doing a tour of New Zealand. He's in the South Island now. Find out where he is, Julian Batchelor, and go and see him. That's all I can say to you. But he's saying the uncomfortable truths of what not one single politician in Parliament or anybody who's vying for your vote. These are the ones that well, they're running for office. New parties who are running to be, I don't know, local MP. These people will not say a fraction of what Julian Batchelor is saying. Julian Batchelor is a conviction politician, or he would be if he was running. Because he doesn't hold back. He says it exactly how it is, and you know exactly where you stand. All the rest are either just corrupt politicians or consensus politicians. The ones right now who are up and coming are just simply consensus politicians. They want to be friends with everyone. Without naming names, but you know who they are. They want to be friends with everybody, and they won't take the risk of upsetting anybody. And that is problematic, because this is what New Zealand has had for decades. Politicians who are afraid of upsetting groups because they want their votes. What's needed is a man or a woman who's going to put a line in the sand, or pick a hill, if you like, to die on, as the expression goes, and stick to it. And Julian Batchelor is doing that. He's saying very, very bravely, it's very, very unusual in New Zealand, he's saying the things I've been saying for quite a few years. And now he's out there doing the tour saying much the same thing, more in depth than what I've said. And if I'm back in New Zealand, and if I have no idea, but if Julian Batchelor threw his hat in the ring, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind I would vote for him. There's many charlatans, liars and deceivers who will tell you anything to get your vote. But Julian Batchelor right now is taking the hard hits. He's getting pushed, he's getting shoved, he's getting called, I mean literally, he's getting called all kinds of names. There's no doubt the Maori Party and super elite Maori and the far left, Antifa and the woke community, they're trying to shut down his events. And they're lining up outside and they're shouting abuse not only at him, but people who've come to see him. They're getting inside his events and they're shouting and screaming and calling him all kinds of things, all the things I've been called, in order to prevent him from speaking. But he still says it. There, right there, is a conviction politician if he chooses to run for Parliament. That's the man to vote for if you wanted change in New Zealand. New Zealand, for many, many years, decades, still now, I've spoke to people. They don't want anybody who's controversial. They want nice, they want kind, they want middle of the road. I'm telling you people, them people you want and you keep voting for because they're nice and they're kind, them people are weak. They're very, very weak. And them people are the greatest gift to these radical, extremist, elite, super elite, and very, very wealthy Maori right at the very, very top of the tree. And these people will be bullied by them, and they will be bullied and maybe even corrupted by the WEF, the United Nations, the World Health Organization, Bill Gates, George Soros, Klaus Schwab, whoever. These people are corruptible. They will be corrupted because they are weak. Now, I'm not going to go down the road of conspiracy, but I do believe there's a large hint of truth where elections are interfered with all around the world, where people are chosen to be in power specifically because they're weak and they're venal, and they can be controlled and told exactly what to do. And that's what New Zealand has had for many years, same as Australia, same as the UK, same as the United States and Canada. It's exactly the same. That's why the big man himself only did one term as president and got knocked out in 2020 because he wasn't expected to win, but they made sure he wasn't going to get a second term. I pray, I hope and I pray he gets to win next year. I really do. But people, Julian Batchelor, if he chooses, if he makes an announcement, I have no idea if he will, but I wish he would. Julian Batchelor has got to be the only man, I believe, who has the guts and determination to turn New Zealand around, because New Zealand is facing absolute disaster. These turkeys, just wild turkeys everywhere here. So that's my take on, well, who to vote for if only Julian Batchelor threw his hat in the ring. If he doesn't, well, all you've got is voting for the least worst option. He's a conviction politician, conviction speaker. He won't deviate. He's not a compromiser or a consensus or a corrupt politician, which the Parliament is full of right now, and all them who are running for office right now. There's not one single person who will stand up to stop what's happening in New Zealand. Okay, I think I've said enough. This is Cross the Rubicon speaking to you from Majimba in Queensland, surrounded by wild turkeys. And there's a few of them, well, many of them, in Parliament in New Zealand right now, and they will remain there as well, and they have got to be removed. Okay, this is Cross the Rubicon. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and share this video everywhere. See you later.